Welcoming you to Habari Africa. Thank you for making time for us. My name is Momit Kali and this is Youth Times Africa. Joining me today over the conversation of money market conversation is Nick Mutava, who will be starting us off on a series on understanding the Kenyan or the state of the continent in terms of money market. Now, Mutava, just coming and going straight to you. Over time, Philip Fisher, has been known by us saying that the stock market is filled by, with individuals who know everything about the market and really nothing about the value. Now, and we come down to the investors, who have invested in the country, and we go, into the details. Like the Choppies, it came into the country. The investor came into the country in 2015, and it exited like earlier this year, that is 2020. And then we have the ShopRite, the investor, and a foreign investor, South African, which really has announced its exit, actually. So just going straight to the first question, why do you think foreign investors just come and exit the Kenyan market in less than 5 years?
Okay, thank you, Zomo, for this opportunity. Let us go back a little to the Kenyan market to see what is really making some investors coming in, and from a short period, these investors are leaving the market. We have seen several shops which had opened in the country. We can name them like we had to Chumi, which was the superpower, with Inakumat. Okay, after they seemed to not to do well in the market, they created a gap in the economy. This gap attracted foreigners, which knew that they are going to thrive, they are going to do well. Then you'll see that these companies did not start the economy well for the Kenya. They just came in, and they had not known that we had also other local investors. Which they faced a stiff competition. So you'll find that after they are seeing that they cannot manage in the competition, they end up closing the shops in a very short period of time.
Okay. So after maybe the internal investors, do they close in the gap after the foreign investors leave?
Yeah. Once these internal companies, more so let us talk about the retail sector.
Retail sector.
Yeah. Once they have competed the investors, the foreign investors, they thrive. We have seen Naivas, which is doing well. We have seen even the World Bank has bought a stake in Naivas, which is boosting their thriving in the economy.
Okay, so we look at the impact. What is the impact? How do we benefit the impact of foreign investors in our nation? Because all this has been them, maybe their trust in the nation, and then for whatever reason they exit. But what has been the impact, the traced impact of the foreign investors in the country?
Okay, thank you. A very good question. One thing, once these companies come in, they raise the GDP. The GDP of the country raises up. And this, you'll find that the economy will try to move up as well. So the time they are exiting, they still shed off staffs. You will see youths are missing jobs. Like the statistics from the government from March to June this year, you have seen that 1.7 jobs have been lost. This has doubled the rate of unemployment in the country from 5.2 to 10.4, which has been most contributed by these companies, which are coming and leaving the country. Other internal local companies are also failing, are not doing well. We have seen how COVID has hit the economy. So this has been mostly contributed by COVID, and also we have also seen other factors like competition, improve financial management, which are leaving the country without employers. Employers are just quitting the market.
Okay, so picking from your point, you talked of shading the employees, or maybe a way of, counter doing their companies, or maybe something to cushion, the bankruptcy or something before they exit now. Can we tentatively say, or tentatively just say, COVID-19, during the COVID-19, the crisis and the effect and the negative impact, in that unemployment was really loud during that. It still is, although some recruiters are back and companies, recruiting and employing and all that. So these investors, they exit and they shed off this number of people. Do you think it has contributed, or to the higher extent, to the unemployment that is really now loud?
Yeah, that's true. That's true, Zomo. Because if you can trace back, we have before the COVID came in, we had some factors which are contributing to unemployment.
Yeah.
And when the COVID came in, this was another. It added more impact to unemployment in the country. So you'll find that the exiting of these companies are leading to people failing to losing their jobs. Others are struggling to make their daily bread. Yeah, those are some of the factors which will lead to unemployment.
So let's look at bridging this gap now that we're about the young people and we're about escalating the solutions, if I can say that. What is there for the young people, especially from your point of view, in that now you understand the money market? Let me just call it that, if not financial market. What is there, the solution? And now that companies are recruiting, what is the best way, do you think, a young person there can use their passion and even whatever facility they have to join, to join the I don't want to call the professional team, just to join the job market? Yeah, from your point of view.
Okay, in Kenya, one thing, as a young person, don't wait to be employed. You have your talents, you have ideas. You can even copy what others doing and try to find capital. Now you can invest. Okay. You can also be an employer. This one is going to reduce one thing, the gap of unemployment in the country.
Yeah.
It is growing at a very alarming rate.
Yeah.
So let us, young ones, the youth, try to be entrepreneurs.
Yeah, sure.
You can start whatever you can start. Then you expand it. Think of partnering with others. And that one will generate employment to others, as well as you grow your income, personal income.
Right there, before you drop that point, there is partnership you've mentioned, and someone starting from wherever they're starting from and from the little they have. But now we want to come into the practicality of the thing, especially if it means us doing a part 2 of the same story. Can we now look at the life of a Kenyan youth right now and an African young person right now, and can we walk them through, as in way from scratch, to them fine-tuning their passions, their talents, their everything, to now joining the job market? It doesn't have to be employment. It can be maybe your talent, boosting and just making sure of that. I think we will do that in our part 2. Because many will not understand starting with the little that you have. Many will not understand you doing a partnership with a friend, and then you begin from there and you create employment for others. And especially when you're hearing this from your home and you got nothing to start from. I think you'll take us through that maybe in our next one. So for now, and we're headed to Christmas. It's the festive season, and then I heard there was something. It's a question many of us, we do not understand. When the economy opened, there was a rise in every item by 1 bob or something. Did we know that? We did not. So what I'm thinking is, what is, let me rephrase that. Yes, so from that and us covering it in depth later, right now, Mutava, we want to give you the chance now. Not really the chance, it's your time. Now tell us, what exactly do we have to put or do we have to have in mind by the time we go and break for the festive season? Yeah.
Okay, good. One thing you'll find, if you can look, you can trace back from the previous seasons, festive seasons we have been having, year from one year from another. These festive seasons are seen as people try to expense a lot. They try to utilize what they saved a lot. They forget that there is another year coming, or there is another life which is coming after the festive season. I think the best way you can utilize the festive season is to try to utilize as little as you can, so that you can have something come next year, which you can start projecting from January up to December what you can do. We know COVID may end or will end, but you will have to generate some income to support our lives. So it's good. As we get to the festive season, let us try to save. Let us not use whatever we had gathered from January, or whatever we'll have gained by this month or next month. Let us try to save, and this saving you can trigger it to a business. You can also start a new branch of a business so that you can increase your income. And this one thing it will strengthen the economy of the country.
So as we wind up, let me take this from a pretty lighter note. We're getting to the end of the year. We have less than 40 days, and is there, just this simple question, is there another way? Everyone wants to go, to like wash, the memories, to just go to do an activity. Of course, there is the enjoyment, and then there is the savings part. Do we have any trying to have it, to just put this in the wow, that question imekwama haitoki. Oh my God, Chris, did you hear that? Yes, so the question is, do we really, there is the savings part, and then them enjoying and the festivity part. Do you have any, middle ground in that? You can save, yes, you can have fun, yes, but there is an activity you can do, maybe for the end of the year, if it's anything you're doing, maybe to bless your family or your friends or anything, it can be of impact. Apart from savings, people will say, that is being too tough on yourself, and the year has been tougher on you as well. You have a middle ground, you have a fair deal that you can do, in that you've not gone extravagant with your cash, but at the same time you've not really pressed yourself so hard to save.
Okay, that's good, Zomo. As you can move around, we have financial advisors. We have okay, let me quote, like, we have Nam Capital in Sendam. Nam Capital is there to advise you the best way you can save your money. You can balance your personal life and your man life. That, let us say that.
The balance,
to the audience. So say to the audience and then talk to them.
To the audience?
Yes.
Okay. Let us try to look at some things like, we have chamas, we have those financial markets, like you can now start buying shares, you can now start investing little as little. We have seen the president, like, I think last month, he launched a border investment way of kind of a way. The border will be investing 50 shillings per day. It seems so little. Like, let us say, how much have you spent today in the morning? You have paid a fare of like 50 shillings from town to work, or you have taken a tea of around 100 shillings. If this you can transform it to an investment and count from first day of the year to the last day of the year, how much will you have invested? How much will you have saved? After completing this period, you can transfer this to a business, and try to watch it. Have a proper financial management. Try to capture each cell, and this one thing, we will see the returns which you will get from just your savings. one thing you'll reduce unemployment. You'll embrace somebody with this you are saving. You'll still have something to get back to yourself after the business does well.
Yeah.
So try to approach some people like financial manager, like accountants. You can seek some qualification from accountants. Try to seek somebody who can work out your finances. Are you making profit?
Oh, yeah.
Are you making losses? If it is losses, how can you manage your losses? And by the end of the day, you'll find that your business will not collapse. You'll try to manage the losses if it is losses. You'll find new ways how to you can utilize the little you get. If the rent is so high, you can try to fix small businesses to the business so that you can cut that fixed cost. By so doing, you will find that youths are trying to grow. They are growing from one point to another, and by so doing, we will have ended the unemployment in the country.
Okay, so thank you so much, Nick, for that. If it's a challenge to be taken on us managing our decisions on finances, and especially within a pandemic, then that is taken. So thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for enlightening us. That has been Habari Africa, and of course now we begin a journey where we start to manage more and even invest, you know, in the decisions that we make, as you know, when it comes to financial market. We begin, you know, strategizing by the time we start a new year, and we have to plan the 52 weeks. What are we doing it? He mentioned you saving 1 or 2 cents. It does make a count at the end of the year. Thank you so much for creating your time for us. We keep the conversation going on our social media platforms. Remember, on Twitter we are at Youth Times Africa, and on YouTube at Youth Times Africa. Subscribe to our channel as we get this going. It has been a financial wisdom. Till next time, at Youth Times Africa, this is Habari Africa.